visuals, live visuals that we see here of Mallikarjun Kharge's residence at the far end is Randeep Surjewala, K.C. Venugopal, both of them who have been right here on ball footing through the last 3 months of the Karnataka elections, really strategizing for the Karnataka Congress. These are the two people as part of the High Command, Randeep Surjewala as well as K.C. Venugopal, who have just entered Mallikarjun Kharge's residence. So it is a big, big day. We saw same Randeep Surjewala and K.C. Venugopal feeding mithais to each other, hug each other, as if it was their personal victory. And yes, we could call this their personal victory, because Surjewala was strategizing and looking into overseeing the manifesto of the Congress, the manifesto committee, ensuring that DK Sidhu are a united house. And that kind of bonhomie that we saw of the two of them, DK Shivkumar as well as Siddaramaiah. Surjewala indeed had a large role to play, don't you think? A large role to play for sure.
That's true as well. And I think we have another breaking just right here. DK aide says that will never give up the CM ambition. So DK Shivkumar fans supporting him, completely saying that Mr. Shivkumar will not give up the chance of being CM. So clearly he's putting his weight, the fan is putting his weight behind his leader. In KPCC also we heard many fans and supporters shouting slogans that next CM, Mr. DK Shivkumar as well.
And DK Shivkumar is also very well positioned himself right after he got out to speak to the media. In fact, 7 a.m. was when all of us were there. I was myself there at DK's house at 7 a.m. He got out to speak to the media at 2 p.m. That's how long he waited until the Congress visibly got a comfortable majority, before which he got out and addressed the media. And while he was speaking, he broke down. And I'd like to highlight to our viewers, DK Shivkumar isn't keeping well. He's running a fever. He was on IV drips. In fact, Naga, you should give us a little explanation, because that image here shows his hand with a plaster.
I spoke to him in the morning. He had said that I'm taking IV. That is the paracetamol liquid. So he was taking IV and drips is what we were told, that he was running high fever because of fatigue, the body stress, the physical stress and mental stress, and he had got fever, and that's why he could not come out early in the morning to meet his supporters who had thronged his house, is what we are told. Shilpa Nair is at DK Shivkumar's residence. Shilpa, we are told that DK has gone to Ramnagar to collect his certificate. What time is he expected, and is he coming back to meet Mr. Kharge, or is he having the meeting with Siddaramaiah first?
Well, Nagarjun, like you rightly mentioned, DK Shivkumar, the KPCC president and the man of the moment, is currently in Ramnagar. He has gone there to collect his election certificate. Remember, he is also won by a huge margin in Kanakapura, even though the BJP had fielded a sitting minister, R. Ashok from Kanakapura. DK Shivkumar has won with a huge margin, and that again goes on to show that, Kanakapura, when we asked him the question, when, BJP had fielded R. Ashok in Kanakapura, we had asked DK Shivkumar, is this a strategy by the BJP to restrict him to the Kanakapura constituency? And DK, of course, said, people of Kanakapura know me really well, and I know my constituents really well, and they know me too. And there is no question of me losing from that seat, and that has precisely come true today. So he is, of course, in Ramnagar going to collect his winning certificate from the officers, election officers, and after which he will be, of course, back to Bengaluru, and there will be, of course, a meeting with Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, who's also in Bengaluru, and right now other senior leaders like Randeep Singh Surjewala and K.C. Venugopal, all of them have reached Kharge's residence. So there is, of course, going to be a big meeting and also a celebration, of course, because this, of course, is a well-deserved victory for the Congress. They've been running a high-pitched campaign for the last several months. They've kept it local. They, made sure they stay united house and put up a united fight, against the BJP. So this, of course, is a moment of victory and celebration for the Congress. But also very important is the CLP meeting that will be held in, a day's time or two. That, of course, is going to be extremely crucial to decide who is going to be the next chief minister of the Congress party of Karnataka. And, remember, winning the elections,
and that's a million-dollar question, because the Congress themselves have not gone into this election keeping in mind an actual CM face. In fact, Nagarjun should give us a little sense on that. Very strategically, the Congress plan not to have a chief ministerial face, because they know Siddaramaiah is a clear favourite when it comes to people of Karnataka. Also, for that matter, our India Today exit poll also showed Siddaramaiah leading in that list. That apart, DK Shivkumar, on the contrary, has been really the man pulling the heavyweight of the Congress and managing to actually bring this party to this position of victory. A whopping victory, a sweeping victory, and one could only credit DK Shivkumar for his bullish, aggressive attitude.
That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true, Nabila. So a lot of MLAs also are saying that both the leaders fought this election unitedly, and hence the results are seen today. But also the third person in this whole contention is Mr. Sunil Kanagulu. He's the back-end strategist,
right.
Is what we are told. He ran the campaign PCM, 40% Sarkar, and Kivi Mele, who a lot of credit has to go to him as well. A lot of MLAs who I spoke to are saying that he was the soul behind the whole campaign. He was the brain behind the campaign. 1 year of hard work, chief strategist for the AICC, and completely opposite to what Prashant Kishore is, right? Prashant Kishore would be on media right now.
In front of the cameras, he plans to start a political party, but Sunil seems to be a man behind the lenses.
Sunil so low profile that neither do you have his digital footprint. When he walks next to an MLA will not even realize he's the chief strategist. He drives an old car, sits in a small cafe somewhere and operates out of it.
And to think of it, imagine the Congress also resting all that responsibility on a man who actually strategized Prime Minister Modi's campaign.
That's absolutely, it's a big trust. There would be trust deficit also, right? The person who worked with the topmost man in BJP,
right,
now back to Congress, working for the AICC chair and AICC president, a lot of trust deficit initially would be there because people would be doubting as to the Prime Minister, person who worked in PMO is coming to AICC. There would be a lot of doubt. But clearly his strategy has worked is what Congress themselves are saying, and we saw on ground also. Pay CM was a big hit.
Pay CM, Cry PM. I mean, the kind of innovative campaigns that they came up with, one would, I mean, whether you would agree with the Congress's core ideology, yes, no, whatever be your political leaning, but you couldn't have possibly ignored those creatives that were rolled out in newspapers and all over social media.
It might look simple today, but when it happened at 3 in the morning when the posters came right in front of the Chief Minister's house, even we were surprised. And how creative it was, and it reached the villages. The percolation was so much that every constituency had pay MLA posters as well. So large credit should go to Mr. Sunil Kanagulu and Mr. Surjewala and KC Venugopal, and the Congress party for once has fought with local leadership and not the national leadership.
But you know what, at this point, there's been a lot of talk and buzz that, and also credit given outrightly to Rahul Gandhi. I'd like to ask you, Nagarjun, when I've covered the Bharat Jodo Yatra, do you believe that the Bharat Jodo Yatra led to a certain level of trust for the Congress in Karnataka here?
Well, the data seems to suggest that as well. Our own data intelligence unit has charted out some data that says that 70-odd% strike rate in constituency that he walked through, starting from Chamarajanagar, the Kerala-Karnataka border, till Ballari, Raichur.
And the Congress has managed to win that from the JDS.
Clean sweep. Clean sweep in Chamarajanagar, Mysore area, and he passed through Tumkur, Chitradurga, and then Ballari, and then Raichur. Almost the whole leg, Rahul Gandhi seems to have won it after the Bharat Jodo Yatra. The party might say it's him, but we'll have to again dissect and go to the micromanagement as to what exactly happened, what are the narratives that were set in these seats. But if you just look at the overall data, 70% or more than 70% strike rate for Mr. Gandhi after the Bharat Jodo Yatra.
And all that talk about a high voter turnout would usually benefit the BJP, I think this is an antithesis. It's a classic example to show that also anti-incumbency can lead to a high voter turnout.
That's the biggest takeaway, right? People would think that they're coming out in large numbers to send the message that we are with pro-incumbency, because it happened in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. BJP felt that the generation has shifted from anti-incumbency to pro-incumbency, and hence they thought that this voter turnout would benefit them.
On that note, I'm going to take you through, our viewers, through a little on DK Shivkumar and, the kind of clout that this man holds. Today what we saw of DK Shivkumar was highly surprising. I've never seen the man actually having tears or well up, forget breaking down, he's never even welled up to that extent. But DK Shivkumar, who one calls a muscle man,